All right. Fire them up. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Genre of Your Life podcast, your go-to podcast for all things movies, TV, entertainment. I am one of your hosts, Doug Jones. With me, as always, are my amazing co-hosts and two of the best friends in the world. First off, we have the wonderful, amazing, incredible, it's Mr. Nick Johnson. How's it going, Nick?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I miss you already, man. Only been a day. I miss you already.
Feels like an eternity.
It's been too long. And last but not least,
so long.
It's been 100 years. It's been 100 years. And last but not least, it is the amazing Mr. Hollywood himself, the incredible, it's Mr. Moses Lai. What's up, Moses?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Glad to be here. I'm ready to do this thing. I'm ready for another show, and I hope you guys are too as well. So let's get it.
Love it, man.
Yes,
and
sir.
this is episode number 69, talking about before the show. Nick's favorite number, he said, before the show began.
My favorite numbers. I'm gonna try to keep it PG today.
Hey, there might be kids watching. So we got
True. But that's why when YouTube says, is this made for kids? I'm always like, no. I'm setting expectations.
You're right.
I'm going to try, maybe for this episode, we use Ludacris, all right, from Fire 'Em Up, from Too Fast, Too Furious, from Universal. I'm going to try to use Bill and Ted 69 dudes for this opening, but
we got it for 69.
I'm going to knock on wood that we don't get copyrighted for that.
I got you. I'll knock on some wood for you.
I'm going to try that, but no, of course, and thank you all. Again, if you're new to the show, welcome back to the show. If you're new to the show, welcome to the show. If you're returning back to the show, welcome back to the show. We are so glad you came back to join us on another week of all things movies, TV, and why we love entertainment. We are so happy that you guys returned to our rambling about our passions for film and TV, of course. And of course, you can find the show on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, or your favorite podcast platform of choice. Now you can find our beautiful faces on our video on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Midway Avenue Productions. Whether you're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, YouTube, please rate and subscribe. We want to hear from you all. All press is good press. We know we had a lovely comments, quote unquote lovely comments on our review last week, our episode last week. But hey, you know what, man? We'll take it, man. Hey, you still watch the show, and we appreciate you. So,
Thanks for the fucking views. Yeah.
What was it?
Keep them coming.
I laughed. So I think YouTube took some of them off. I'm always cool leaving them up. I don't mind. I don't care whatsoever. Our review, me and Nick's review of our last episode, we did You're Cordially Invited, and everyone in the comments is like, you call that a movie? You fucking shills. Like, you must have been paid. And I was like, bro, I wish we were paid for this. Are you kidding me? I would love
That's
that.
That's the goal. Trying to eat off of this. You feel me?
I would love that. And oh man, I got a few DMs.
You're watching though. It's great that somebody's watching and everything. I'm like, thanks
you watched.
You
watched.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, listen, you watched. And I was like, hey, we promoted this movie. We were proud of our review. I was telling this someone the other day too. I said, on this show, we're not going to give you no half-ass, like, oh, go see this movie, and then we hated it. We're not going to give you some half-ass review.
Yeah. We ain't going to bullshit nothing up in here. This is a bullshit-free zone.
No. And we're talking to our friend Nino last night at the screening. I said, listen, the thing about our show is that we give really authentic reviews. Like, hey, we're honest about our opinions and our thoughts about these shows and movies. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you love it, you love it. That's great. We don't mind. But, man, it was just funny seeing the comments being just like, fucking idiots. And I'm like, thank you. But still, my favorite one still is Exorcist Believer. We walked out of the theater, did a reaction, whatever, and the first comment was like, you guys call yourself critics? This movie sucked. Go kill yourselves. And I replied back, I said, thank you so much for watching.
Really? That is crazy.
But YouTube was funny. YouTube was like, this is a threat. And I said, I'm cool leaving it, but YouTube, took it down, which again, that's their thing. I get it.
Yeah, my thing is leave them. I ain't scared of no comment.
Yeah, I have.
If you
I
pop
really have
up,
no problem.
though, that's a different story. I might get a little scared then. I might have to.
Yeah, it's cool. It's their opinion. It only gives us more views and everything like that. So
of course,
it is what it is.
We'll take it.
We'll take all the bad comments for now.
I'll take it. We'll take it. And again, if you want something funny, look at my at a theater reaction for the Bob Dylan one, Complete Unknown. I'm not a fan of Chalamet at all. And everyone in the comments,
Wild.
wow, you don't like Chalamet? Do you love movies? I said, yes, I do. I love movies. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, how dare you criticize him? And I'm like, I mean, he's a good actor. And then everyone in the comments, how dare you? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, hey, again, you watched the video. I appreciate you guys.
To be fair, Doug, he is San Al Gaib.
Yeah, fortunately he is. But
are we ready to get it, guys?
Yeah, but yeah, so go ahead, please rate the show, subscribe. We want to hear from you all. Again, if we're Apple Podcasts fans, that our goal still is Twin Rings on Apple Podcasts. So please rate, subscribe, like the show. We want to hear from you all, and thank you so much for your ongoing support. With that said, my good sirs, a lot of movies, a lot of trailers dropped this week, and we're gonna start with I think the biggest one, and that's gonna be Fantastic Four: First Steps. Finally, the Marvel Cinematic Universe and Disney now has the rights to Fantastic Four after, I don't want to say 3 failed attempts because the first 2 made money. The first 2 definitely made money. The Tim Story ones made money. But the boo-boo ass Fantastic Four with the 4 and the A, that bullshit. That
Fanforstic.
Fanforstic. That unfortunately was a flop. But we now have the first teaser trailer for the MCU, the first family of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Sorry, Marvel comic books actually was the first family, which is Fantastic Four. Moses, my friend, start with you, my friend. What were your thoughts on the trailer overall?
Man, first of all, I mean, there's some, of course, hate on it online, everything like that. But I loved it. You know what I mean? I loved it. Like if you compare it from all the films, all the Fantastic Four that sort of like came out from the past, that came from the past to now, when you compare those films and everything, I would say this, if you compare it to the comics too as well, this is probably the most accurate, to that. And it's great. People are upset about how the Thing basically looks and everything, and I'm like, that's probably the most accurate version of the Thing.
It is.
In general, like, if you can compare it from the 2015 version all the way to the 2025 to the end of 2027 version, I feel like the character, is probably the most accurate. The only character that we didn't really see their power, we didn't see Reed Richards' power, but every single other character we did get to see in the trailer, which was I was very curious about and everything. Maybe they're still working on the effects and everything like that, or they just didn't want to show it. But
I feel like stretchy powers don't necessarily look as cool as like the Thing or the Human Torch or the Invisible.
You can. I don't know if the 2027 Fantastic Four, the Silver Surfer that came out in 2007. I thought the way that they did that, and how Johnny Storm kind of like took over Reed Richards' powers and everything like that.
That was dope. That was dope.
The way they did that was really, really cool. So you can make, the whole stretcher thing like cool. You can make it cool. I feel like, but there's definitely a way. But I feel like I'm ready for this version. I love the 2025 version and the 2027 version. Those 2 films, I love them to death.
You mean the 2005 and the 2007 version?
Yeah, 2005, 2007. I thought it was great. I thought it was great. It had great humor. For a film that came out during that time, I thought it was great. If it came out now, I don't think it will be as great. But looking back at it now, for nostalgia purposes and everything like that, you look at it and you're like, wow, that was actually really, really fun. And everything. You thought, okay, the characters were great for the times. The way they filmed it was great for the times and everything like that when it came out. So, I thought Jessica Alba like killed Storm. I don't know what anybody's talking about, but yeah,
Sue Storm.
Yeah, sorry, Sue Storm. So, but I'm excited. I'm excited about the new iteration. I'm excited for our new Sue Storm. I forgot her name.
Vanessa Kirby.
The Invisible Woman.
Vanessa Kirby. Yeah, I'm excited.
Vanessa Kirby.
I was thinking about the comic character. Vanessa Kirby. Yes.
Yeah. I'm excited for Vanessa Kirby. She's really, really great, and she pulled off because you know she's I think isn't she British, right?
Yeah, her and
Yeah.
Joseph Quinn are both British.
Yeah, when I was here, when you kind of like heard the you know voiceover a little bit of her talking, I was like, man, like the accent was like pure was great, you know, like was really good, and yeah, you know, I'm just really excited about it, you know, and I'm excited because of the director that made WandaVision, you know, the director of WandaVision and everything like that, directed this film, you know,
Matt
Matt
Shackman. Yep.
Shakman.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So, so I'm excited for him, and I'm glad that they decided to take it in a different, complete time, you know, in
Yeah.
a whole different universe too as well, which is
Hmm.
really great. You know, I would have been curious to see what you know the director for Spider-Man Homecoming,
Oh,
Spider-Man Far
John
From would have
Watts.
done.
Yeah.
I would have been
Hmm.
curious because I know they had originally thought about setting it in the present day and the universe that we are in right now in the MCU. Um, but I'm glad that they kind of took this different direction, you know, with it. But overall, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. So
All right, Nick. Let's hear it. What are your thoughts on the trailer?
So you know, the trailer, I loved it. It got me really excited. I do like the 1960s kind of like retro futuristic type look. And like Moses was saying, I do like that it is set in an alternate reality, an alternate universe, because it is like the multiverse saga right now in the MCU, and I feel like we haven't really a whole lot of that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I see what you mean.
You feel me? Yeah, because it's like every movie so far is basically taking place in like the main Marvel universe, except you know, like some of them kind of traveled a little bit, like with Loki and with Doctor Strange. But even
And
with that, it
Deadpool.
was kind of oh Deadpool, yeah. But
True.
yeah, yeah. It just hasn't really been like as multiversal as I would have preferred, I guess. But really excited for it. I like the way the thing looks, to be honest. I like the kind of crazy thick like eyebrow action that he's got going on. Just because it does look more like the comics like from the 60s, like, he illustrated them. Um the suits, it's like I I I got like mixed feelings on the suits because I'm like I don't think that they look necessarily like cool like that, but they look good for like a 1960s aesthetic.
yeah, yeah,
Like you feel me? Yeah, so it's like I'm looking at them like it looks fun. I like the whole vibe. I love them at the end of the trailer. How you could hear like the like Fantastic Four, and it was all of that. I like that. I'm really excited to see how they do this. I'm really excited for this movie. Oh man, like the it looks great, and I like how they like showcased the the Invisible Woman's powers, like how it looks like not just like a kind of like transparent shield around her, like you that the light is bending with these like rainbow effects right here.
Yeah.
That's really
yes,
cool.
yeah,
I'm excited, and it's I like n- not to sound negative, but like generally speaking, I will say the cast that they got for the Fantastic Four, it's like I like all of those actors, but I not necessarily for the characters.
Hmm.
You feel me? Like with
I
Pedro
agree.
Pascal, for example. Yeah, it's like I like him a lot as an actor, but like it's like I feel like I see Pedro Pascal and not really Reed Richards, but and kind of like Loki same for everybody else. But I at the same time they're all amazing actors, so I feel like they're gonna kill it, and I'm
yeah,
really excited to see how they tie it in like to the MCU overall because I've been hearing theories and rumors like, oh man, like this movie might end with like maybe Galactus just destroys this world and multiverse shit, and they have to like escape to the Marvel 616 universe
Yeah,
in order to survive. And
I heard that
I
too.
you feel me? Yeah, and they're gonna
Yeah.
like be like rebooting everything, so I'm excited to see them in the modern era, like with everybody, with the Avengers, with Spider-Man, with the X-Men and everything. Um,
yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited to see how how they do it with like you know Avengers Doomsday, how the Fantastic Four is going to
yeah,
basically be part of you know the new Avengers squad and everything like that. I'm excited to see how that kind of all come together. You know, but I was going to say I am very much you know with you when it comes down to what you said about you know the cast. You don't really see them as the characters, but they're all really good actors.
yeah.
I have a feeling that they're gonna like still. I don't know if it's just me, but I have a feeling I agree with you, but I have a feeling they're gonna still like the show. when it
No,
comes.
because again,
I
like
can.
actors, it's just like I see the actor, then I see the character. At the same time, I haven't even seen the movie yet, so it's like I gotta give it
I mean,
time.
yeah, that's true. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm already like, damn, like I really think Sue Storm, I feel like that character in this film is gonna kill it. You know, and also Johnny Storm too as well. You know, like
Yeah.
I feel like those two are gonna kill it.
I love the shot of Johnny Storm when he was just like above the atmosphere looking up
Oh
and
my
kind of
God,
like
yeah, you saw that
and like
shot?
when the thing was like running down, I was like, for
Yo,
this
the
movie,
shot.
That
I,
this one,
I
the shot.
yeah.
that one right there,
Yeah.
Go to the other one.
where it was like the profile.
Yeah, the profile the profile shot.
Yeah,
Which
and
one?
Bottom
it was
right
like
there.
the third from the this one,
That,
yeah,
that
right
one.
there.
That one. Yeah, yeah. That
Yeah,
one. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, man,
dude,
that's dope.
That was cool.
That's dope.
that's it.
And
That was
I
great.
feel like I
That's
have a like a little that's the one right there. That's wallpaper material. I
yeah.
feel like Pedro Pascal, like once he boot everything and like after, I feel like he's gonna be like Stark figure of the
I feel
of
that.
the MCU. Because in the
Well,
comics, he's smarter than Iron Man is. Like it was always I think like a three-way tie between like Reed Richards, Tony Stark, and like Doctor Doom maybe or
yeah, I
I think
mean,
it was
yeah,
those three.
I
But
mean, and then I mean, what wasn't it? Yeah, it was Reed Richards,
yeah,
Tony Stark, and of course Doctor Doom and everything like that.
yeah. 'Cause I feel like Reed Richards is
They
gonna
had
be
they
like
also had T'Challa as being really really intelligent too as well, but
no,
nah,
he's hella intelligent, and
yeah,
not that the movie like nerfed him like that, but I feel like because there was so much going on like in the movie, like they didn't get a chance to
yeah,
like really showcase that. Because also, they had like because they needed like the tech genius character,
yeah.
but no,
But
T'Challa, he's
I want to
highly
hear your thoughts.
intelligent.
I want to hear your thoughts about the trailer.
Yeah, actually, this gave me a lot of more excitement because when it was first announced, I was like, okay, I was actually more on board with John Watts directing. I think he did the Spider-Man trilogy just masterfully. So when I heard he left, I said, oh, shit. I said, all right. And then I'm not gonna lie, I was a little biased. I kind of wanted John Krasinski and Emily Blunt to play the two, and I was like, that was kind of like
I did too, yeah.
dream casting. I wanted Mason Gooding to play Johnny Storm. And then I don't really care who I play for the Thing. However, though, the Thing, who I love Eben Moss Bacharach from The Bear, one of my favorite shows on TV right now. However, his voice is just his voice. There was no modulation to his voice. Now, the Thing kind of had that hey, what's going on, guys? Like the kind of raspiness to it.
A little bit like gravel.
Yeah, smokes a pack a
Yeah.
day kind of thing,
Yeah.
like smoking, like. And with this, I was like, oh, they haven't maybe in post, maybe they're still working. Obviously, still working on the movie, of course. But like, I kind of wanted to see kind of modulate the voice a little bit, like, oh yeah, kind of hey guys, how's it going? Kind of the raspiness to it all. I thought Michael Giacchino's score is beautiful. Giacchino is just a beautiful composer from the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies to Rogue One to Spider-Man Homecoming trilogy to you name it up. Like, I mean, I think Ratatouille did as well. Like, just a really underrated, super underrated composer. Oh, Beta the Batman for Matt Reeves. Like, super underrated composer. I thought his score was just like awesome. I'm kind of with you too, Nick. That like, I think I said on the podcast when the cast was announced a year or so ago. I feel like it was kind of like, okay, who's hot right now? Pedro Pascal. Let's put him in this. Let's put him in that. Let's put him in this. And again, I'm a big fan of him as an actor. I really am. I just feel like he's doing just the Mr. Franchise now. Like, okay, Last of Us. All right, Star Wars.
He's too good. He's too good.
Yeah, no,
like Spider-Man, where he was like, his face everywhere.
No, he's a really good actor, but I just feel like I kind of have a problem when like oversaturation of certain actors or like let's put them in everything. I think happened with Melissa McCarthy. I think Kevin Hart had the same issue too, and I think Zach Galifianakis had the same issue too, where it was like, okay, who blew up in this one movie? All right, let's put them in everything. Let's put them in everything. It's like, no, how about we have you? Let's miss you a little bit. Let's have you kind of do maybe a smaller, maybe like a Triple Frontier or. He's also in Wonder Woman 84, so like he's all these franchises already. So I was like, dude, like take a break from the franchise, man. Maybe do something like again like a Triple Frontier or do some kind of like low key. But I think he's this a tad saturated now as an actor, whereas like I think he should have stepped this one back. Maybe get someone maybe unknown or someone kind of like a relatively aspiring actor right now. I just
About what?
Pedro Pascal for Mr. Fantastic.
For Mr. Fantastic.
like you rather have somebody that's unknown to play him?
I
Oh,
do because Vanessa Kirby, she's blowing up. Like I don't think a lot of people know her only from Mission Impossible and of course Hobbs and Shaw. I think she was in that Netflix
A
show, The
classic.
Crown.
Oh yeah.
An American classic.
Like once upon a time, Driver was attached to the role of Mr. Fantastic, and I thought that
Same
was
issue.
really cool.
Really, I have the same issue with that
wait,
because I feel
who?
like Adam
Adam
Driver.
Driver,
No. They
I've
did.
been pretty cool. Just interesting acting.
No, he's a great actor, but I just feel like he's already Kylo Ren. It's like I kind of want someone who hasn't done like a franchise yet. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I got you. Yeah,
you know what I'm
no,
saying?
I feel like no, there definitely could have been and everything like that. But you know, what's funny? You threw on like a take about you wanted to see Emily Blunt and John
Krasinski.
Krasinski,
Krasinski and
yeah.
everything like that. You know what? I'm actually against that. I actually am glad that they decided to take a different route instead because once I saw him in Doctor Strange, what was it again?
Multiverse of Madness.
Madness and everything like that. I was like, he's cool, he's great, but
He's not fantastic though. He just
yeah,
wasn't weird.
I mean, no, because it's like, especially with the scene, too, as well, the way he dies and everything like that. It's like, and the way he portrays it, I was like, he doesn't seem like, this. I don't know. It doesn't seem like this guy would be, leading a team for me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but he's a great actor. We all know that. But I'm
Yeah.
glad they decided to go a different route. And I'm excited for Preacher Press Girl because he feels very much as a, as a forefront kind of person. The person that's basically in front of his team and making sure everybody's is doing what they need to basically do.
Oh yeah,
Comes
absolutely.
so, but yeah, yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. I wouldn't change, the cast, at all, other than if they decided to, would go with all no names or whatever. I would be down for that.
Yeah.
That would be
I
dope.
would be down for
That
that.
would be pretty dope.
But yeah, I remember they also had Margot Robbie.
Same issue. I would have been like, nope. I would have been like, nope, nope. Again, it's like you
I
have
see
a
too much
franchise already.
yeah, I see too much as Harley Quinn, and I don't think
Yeah.
I'll be able to see anybody else play Harley Quinn. If I'm being honest with you, even though we had what's her name, Lady Gaga is playing on.
Yeah, that was kind of a one-off thing. That wasn't really like a franchise, like lead the kind of way thing. But yeah, that just same thing. Because Margot Robbie, I would have been like, oh no. Or I think they said Zac Efron to play Human Torch. I was like, ooh no. I said, ooh. Again, I love Zac Efron. I'm a huge fan of him. But no,
Yeah,
I said no. I said no. I said I think Joseph Quinn was kind of like the perfect casting
yeah,
because
yeah.
Stranger Things, Rose It Up, Quiet Place. Now this, Vanessa Kirby, Crown, Mission Impossible. This, Pedro Pascal was already here, or everyone else was here. Or Evan Moss Bacharach, The Bear. This.
Yeah,
go ahead.
it's funny. I mean, Pedro Pascal kind of like, he's been acting for a long time. Like,
Oh yeah, for a long time. For a long
super long time.
It's only the past few years where his name has been recognized.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But like I think one of you guys said this, that I think you guys think that Reed Richards' character, like Iron Man, he's gonna be kind of be the forefront man, of
Yeah, it was like he's gonna the new lead of the.
Which makes sense.
We'll definitely see. I don't. To be honest with you, I don't think so. Number one, it's just, when I think about forefront, I think of somebody like in terms of like being like the leader of a certain like like cinematic universe or whatever it is. I think of somebody who's able to literally like powers number one. Yeah, basically just powers. Like you see
Just
that.
powers.
No, and I mean, yeah, it's true. You know what I mean? And being able to literally, be toe to toe with a villain that might be, like if you compare, Reed Richards fighting Thanos, it's like Reed Richards is gonna get his ass beat in a second. Right?
No way, Jose, because he'd be able to outsmart him.
Stretch.
Like in the moment, I'm talking about.
But Moses, no, you're real. Thanos will whoop his ass. It's just it would take him a while because he can stretch out of the way.
Yeah. but with Iron Man, right? It's like he actually went toe to toe, and you can actually, like be like, oh, okay, maybe Iron Man can win here, but
Yeah, but Iron Man got his ass.
I mean, he got his ass kicked, but he at least
It
tried.
was a better fight. It sounds
It was
like
a
what
better
you're
fight.
saying.
You
Okay,
know,
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. Yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I mean? So it's like I don't really see that, or even with like Captain America or I see it with like Black Panther. I definitely see it with Wolverine or Deadpool and everything like that, right? But somebody like Reed Richards, he's all about strategy comes first, and
Yeah,
everything.
strategy
It's all about
mindset with all.
strategy,
Yep.
right? He's gonna whoop every person's ass. You know what I mean? He's gonna outsmart people, outthink people. You know, I feel like he's kind of like Batman when it comes down to prep time, right? If you give him prep time,
Good
he,
point.
he'll be on it. But if there's no prep time at all, then you know,
I'm with that. I hear you. I hear you.
I,
yeah,
I will say this too. There's one shot that really got me. I love. I can't find it on. I can't really find it on Google, but I love the shot where it's like he's looking at like this, and then it cuts to
Oh,
yeah.
this. I
yeah.
love that shot. I love that
Oh, great.
shot. It was like
That
really.
shit broke my heart.
It
Right
was
after he said
very.
the best looking, it's like because
But
he's
yeah,
like in his head he's like I'm not the best looking anymore. Damn.
yeah, I love that. I'm not gonna lie. If they were gonna do like going back to practical thing, I actually would. I wasn't opposed to that. But I get it. It's cheaper with CGI. And it's cheaper to do with like motion capture. I get it. But like again, this is definitely more comic accurate with this look. But I wasn't
Hmm.
opposed to. I wasn't opposed to them doing like practical or like makeup whatever. How they did Michael Chiklis back in '05. But I thought it was still very accurate to like the character design overall,
Yeah.
which I appreciated. But yeah, guys, let us know. Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments of the review section. We want to hear from you guys. Are you hyped for this trailer? Not hyped for this trailer. It's going to probably be debuting with probably going to be accompanying Captain America next week. So let us know in the comments section below. Alrighty, guys. Next on the docket for trailers this week, we have a trailer Thursday for you all, or trailer Friday for you all at this point. It's another trying to be not
Let's
biased here.
go.
I'm trying to be another another unfortunate Jurassic World movie, a Jurassic Park movie. This is called Jurassic World Rebirth. Rebirth of what? It's only been 2 years since the last one, so hasn't been a long time. But just saying. Again, I'll put my bias out of the way. Of course, as you all know, like I can't stand Jurassic Park. I think they're overrated movies. I think from all of them, to the original trilogy, to the very first one, to the recent sequel trilogy with Bryce Dallas Howard and Chris Pratt. I can't stand these movies. I can't stand the stupidity of the character decisions. I really can. But this is a $10 billion franchise, so I can't talk shit.
Damn.
All right, Nick, my friend, I'll start with you this time. What were your thoughts on the trailer for Jurassic World Rebirth?
It's funny because I've only seen the arc, and even then, like it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Just the concept overall doesn't interest me. And then when they were doing the whole Jurassic World movies, I was kind of like, it just kind of seems like the same shit but bigger, and just seems a little bit like versus seems a bit like problematic to me. Like, why y'all keep trying to bring back dinosaurs? Like, it's just
Thank you.
I'm like, it's like because Jeff Goldblum had a line in the where he's like, y'all are so on trying to do something, you're not even asking should we do this. But regardless, I saw the trailer for this Jurassic World Rebirth, and I'm gonna be honest with you because I was surprised at this. Based on the trailer, I would go see this movie because like even though it's a continuation of this stuff that I kind of just generally am like a little like on, they're at least doing something different. It's not them trying to like, well, listen, we're gonna rebuild, we're gonna make the dinosaurs again, but this time we finally figured it out. We finally figured out how to make the dinosaurs safe for everybody. No, like it's literally, yo, y'all kept making dinosaurs, y'all fucking up, and now we gotta like break in and do some criminal shit, and now we're stuck on an island with dinosaurs. So I like that premise where it's like you know, it seems more fun to me. It seems like a more fresh take on, it. And it's just a different dynamic. It's not just a rehash of the same shit. So I think so. That's what I like the most. And of course, they got Blade in it. They got Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's my The trailer was fun. Definitely see the movie. Yeah, this is the only Jurassic Park slash world anything that actually intrigued me. That actually made me say like, wow, you know what? I'd be down to see this movie. It looks fun. Hell yeah. He's like, give me my movie. Give me my Blade movie now. Please.
Please. Yeah, this is like, he's like, it should have been my Blade movie, damn it.
When Wesley Snipes said there's only gonna be one Blade, this is Mahershala Ali. Don't say that, please.
Please. For our audio listeners, we're looking at the still from Mahershala Ali and the Jurassic World Rebirth of like him yelling with the flare. So that's what we're commenting on.
Spread out looking.
All right, Moses, what you got for us? Your thoughts on the trailer?
Yeah, no, I thought it was great, man. You know me, you know I love like all the Jurassic World movies and everything like that. We got Scarlett Johansson, we got Mahershala Ali, we got Jonathan Bailey. It's like they got this like freaking team and everything like that, and also we got the director of Rogue One, the director of the creator, we got the director of the first Godzilla film, Gareth Edward, on this. So I'm excited about it, and I'm excited that the cinematography actually looks really, really, really good, too as well, in this. And this guy, like Gareth Edward is all about the visuals, So I'm excited about that. And you know why this franchise is never going to stop? It makes so much money. It makes way too much money.
Not from me. I've literally contributed $0 to this franchise.
And guess
That's
what?
Insane.
And guess what? We're seeing this movie for free at the press screening. So guess what? Still $0.
hey, I see it, for my Regal Pass.
Regal Pass. So yeah, they're not getting money from
it or not, but I don't. It doesn't matter. All I know is that every single time one of these movies comes out, I'm excited. I go in, not really anticipating anything crazy or anything like that. I'm excited because there's going to be action, there's going to be dinosaurs, and just like in real life, right? It's like, there are always going to be dinosaurs, and like in real life, there's always going to be fucking wars and shit, right? All of these things are always going to be happening. I feel like that's kind of the same thing with this premise. There's always going to be violence and everything like that in real life, just like how there's always going to be dinosaurs. No matter how much you try to take away, there's always going to be somebody out there that's creating another version of a freaking dinosaur for no goddamn reason, and we turn it into a movie. So, but I'm excited for it. I'm excited, and it's funny. It's actually kind of strange seeing Scarlett Johansson though, in this, because it's like she comes from the Avengers. She comes from the MCU, right? And now she's in, the Jurassic World, franchise, and I think with her, she's trying to get into a different franchise that's not the MCU, which I understand, right? Because I'm pretty sure they're gonna make at least 3 of these things.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I wouldn't be surprised. So
and I hope by the time we make 2, Mahershala Ali better make Blade by then. Like,
for real, man. Wasn't that announced like
2019, man? 2019.
That's insane, bro.
We went to Mill Avenue when that was announced. That's how long ago it was.
Damn, so we were still in college. That's
hell
insane.
yeah, we were still in college.
Yeah. Oh, we're still in college. It's funny though, this film, seeing the trailer and everything like that, it kind of reminds me of King Kong Skull Island. If you compare it.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah. That's a good point.
Like that being set in an island and everything, it's like you can definitely kind of feel that vibe.
It's got Marvel actors in it too. It's the whole thing.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for this movie. I'm just excited because it's a popcorn flick that you're not gonna have to really, really like worry about plot or anything.
It's gonna be a fun and a good time. And correct me if I'm wrong. Was Jonathan Bailey, was that him in Wicked?
Yep. Yeah. He was the prince.
Yeah. Okay.
He was the prince in Wicked. Yeah. He's very charming. He's very charming.
Yeah, he was in Wicked too as well. He's a great actor.
Great actor. He's a great actor.
But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see this movie. I don't care who hates in the comments.
It's gonna be me.
I
It's
don't
gonna
care.
be me.
Don't comment in our video.
It's gonna be me. It's gonna
I'm
be
excited
me.
for it. You know,
That's a great shot right there. I do like that a lot.
that's what I'm saying. It's like, there's gonna be great visuals, in this film,
Yeah.
overall that I think, that's gonna be coming from, Gareth Edwards, which he really, really understands, the visuals and the vision when it comes down to, to his films. So, but yeah, I'm just excited about it. So, I was gonna say that shot I feel like they need to touch up a little bit when it comes down to the, to the CGI, but you know what I mean? Just a little bit for me. I feel like
There,
we need
there's Reed Richards' arm right here.
That's crazy. You say that. Wow. Wow.
For our audio listeners, it's the tail of one of the plant
One of the dinosaurs.
one
Yeah.
of the plant eating dinosaurs. Yeah.
One of them long neck, the giraffe dinosaurs, the Giraffeosaurus.
Someone in the comments will be like, you don't know what dinosaur that is. I don't know what dinosaur it is, and I don't really care.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be.
Yeah, I forgot. That's crazy. I forgot.
Okay, but
the
damn
omnivore one,
man.
the omnivore one, whatever. Okay,
Long neck ass.
Now my turn to be Debbie Downer. I don't care about these movies. I really don't. I was just like, no. I thought the last one. I know, right? You boo this man. I was like, oh, here we go. I'll be honest with you. Like I said, I'm not a fan of this franchise at all. I think I have so many problems with it. I mean, again, as I do a lot of other franchises, but for this one especially, I've never been a fan. Like I said, like these boys just said too. I'm only looking forward to this because again, Mahershala Ali. I do like Charlotte Johansson. I like Jonathan Bailey. I do like Gareth Edwards involved. To me, I'm just like I didn't like any of the Jurassic World ones with Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. I was just bored out of my mind. And the last one, even though the last one was critically panned, but to Moses' point, still made $1 billion. Still made over $1 billion. So this is a very lucrative franchise because people still like dinosaurs. People still like the prehistoric type shit.
Just like the Fast and Furious, franchise, like that movie, those films make a lot of money overseas.
Yep.
And all
Huge.
Jurassic World series also make a lot of money overseas too as well. So like after Fast and Furious is over, they're 100% going to do a spinoff off of that.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Because like you said,
yeah, maybe.
Like you said, this is Universal's bread and butter. This and the Fast and Furious and those damn Minions.
Oh yeah,
Minions, man.
Dude, I've only seen like 2 Despicable Me movies, and that's it. That's all I've seen. I haven't seen.
I first and the second one, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with
you. So again, I'm not joke stealing, but I saw this on Twitter. Someone said on Twitter, this is the rope that she could have used. She could have used in Infinity and fucking Endgame.
This is what Black Widow needed for the Endgame.
Endgame. Before I get to our audio listeners, it's Scarlett Johansson's character in the island on a rope, kind of going down the whole mountain or the cliff, whatever. And then someone on Twitter was like, "You could use this at Endgame."
Damn, if only.
But yeah, again, I'm going to this one having my bias, of course, already. So again, I can't say I'm too excited. Again, I know I toasted Nick last night too. This is gonna be the only press screening. I know how privileged we are. The only one I'm kind of like, I guess, but again, to Moses' point, it's good popcorn flick. Also too, the summer is gonna be packed. The summer we got July, especially we got Jurassic, Superman, and Fantastic Four in the same month. That's crazy.
Talk about the Smurfs,
Oh God.
We also got the
Oh my God.
The Smurfs.
Why?
The Smurfs?
Why?
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm saying, hey, kids love the Smurfs, man. Kids love that. Kids love the Smurfs.
Why? Why Paramount? Why?
Yeah, they actually released a trailer. Today?
This morning.
I didn't even hear about no Smurfs movie.
Rihanna is in it. Yeah,
I'll watch it.
Rihanna is in it. So, yeah, man. It's I'm glad they're also releasing an animation in July too as well, so that little kids can go in theaters and maybe get interested in seeing, I don't know, something like Jurassic World Rebirth or Superman or Fantastic Four or something like that. It's a packed month.
It's packed.
Those are movies that are coming back a little bit.
I think so.
I'm really excited for this lineup.
People are calling that month super fantastic.
I like that name.
I like that. I like
Hell
that.
yeah.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, I mean that's cool, and that to me that to me reminds me of like the summers we grew up going to the movies, like like that kind of like that blockbuster summer. Like you had so many options, so it's like that kind of return to like the big like spectacle events.
Oh yeah, and I'm glad. And I'm glad when it comes down to films in general, and I'm glad that we're starting very, very early, in February and everything. I know we have another film that's going to be not exactly a big blockbuster, but there are other films that are coming out in March that are also
oh yeah,
and also in April. So April we got Sinners and everything. So it's going to be a really,
Can't
really
wait.
good year, and that I'm really, really excited for. So yeah, I'm excited for this year. So
I'm excited too. I'm excited too because I feel like this is gonna be. People are kind of like saying, "Oh, this is a bad year for movies." I said, "Have you seen the lineup?"
People are saying.
Oh, dude,
really?
I can't, bro. The first week of
they
January,
don't know.
When we were doing our our most anticipated 2025, me and Nick a few weeks ago. Like people look about articles. People are like, "This is a shitty year for movies." I said, "I don't think so."
The year just barely.
I know. I'm like, what are y'all talking about?
Barely fucking February.
But people know that January is always a slow year for movies. It's always a slow year.
Of course, January, of course.
January is always a slow year, and then February kind of like picks up, overall. I feel like this year is going to be a bigger year for movies than it was last year because other than all these blockbusters, there's going to be all these acclaimed directors are going to be putting out their films. You know what I mean? And then we got a few of them. I can't exactly name like all of them right now and everything like that, but I know in my mind there's a few that are going to be coming out.
Bong Joon-ho. We got Ryan Coogler. We got Gareth Edwards. We got
what's his name? He directed I forgot the movie. Punch Drunk Love. What was it again?
Oh yeah, Paul Thomas Anderson. Yeah.
He got his film coming out this year.
We got James Cameron. We got James Cameron this year with Avatar.
We got Spike Lee.
Spike Lee.
As well. So there's other filmmakers that are going to be coming out here, 2025, putting out
great year.
We also don't even know for the Oscar buzz films as well that are going to be coming out.
Exactly.
Later. But it's going to be a good year. I know it's going to be a good year, and
I agree.
I hope that in the box office we get to the point that we were before back in 2019. Oh my god!
Ever since you said that, Moses, I've been thinking about that like nonstop, keeping me up at night. I'm like, damn, bro, that's
2019 was crazy, bro. It was crazy. It's like every movie made $1 billion. It doesn't matter what movie you were.
Made $1 billion.
I need that time.
I
need that again.
You're making $1 billion. You know what I mean? And it was a really, really wild time. I just hope that this year we kind of get back up into that momentum. And I'm really, really praying like with Captain America, Brave New World. I hope that it at least makes like a decent amount of money for me to be like, okay, maybe people do want to go back to not exactly go back to the theaters. Maybe it is going to be a good year when it comes down to the box office and everything. So, but yeah.
I'm excited. I think we're returning. I think we're returning back to, like you said, like that kind of like the era how we were going to see a movie almost every week. Oh my god, this is coming out. This is coming in. Not this kind of like long breaks in between. That makes sense. So, we're excited. We're excited. We have a lot to cover this year. So yeah, guys, to our viewers, audience, let us know in the comment section on YouTube or any podcast platform listening on, and let us know your thoughts and takes on the Jurassic World Rebirth trailer. We want to hear from you guys.
And also let us know what you're excited for.
Yes. Thank you, Moses. Good point.
Let's have that conversation in the comments.
Yeah. Someone's going to say, Chris Nolan's Odyssey. That's next year. That's next year, guys.
Oh, that's next year. Yeah.
That's next year, guys. Don't forget.
Next year. Next year is also going to be a big year, too, as well.
Oh, my God. Next year? Holy shit. But different episode. All right, guys. With that down, we're going to do our quick review of one of the new movies coming out this weekend, which is Universal Pictures, is Love Hurts, the new action comedy romance kind of hybrid genre of kind of like the rom-com with a twist in a way. And this is produced by David Leitch, who's again done stuff like Bullet Train, did the first John Wick movie, Atomic Blonde, Deadpool 2, Hobbs and Shaw, did The Fall Guy that we all loved last year, and his A7 North production company did this movie. And Love Hurts follows the story of Marvin, who is a Milwaukee realtor who receives a crimson envelope from Rose, a former partner in crime who he left for dead. He now finds himself thrust back into a world of ruthless hitmen and double crosses that turn his open houses into deadly war zone. Hunted by his brother of a violent crime lord, Marvin must confront the choices that haunt him and the history he never truly buried. All right, Nick, we gotta. Unfortunately, it's not gonna be the most glowing review, but of course, my friend, you first. Your thoughts on Love Hurts.
So, you know, it was. Let me start off with the positive. It was a good time. Marshawn Lynch was hilarious.
Beast mode.
It was beast mode, yeah. You know, the action was pretty fun. It's a fun premise, you know, and it seemed like everybody was having fun making the movie. And like Sean Astin scene, I love that because it's like, you know, seeing two of the Goonies
Yeah.
reuniting. And you know, because I'm a huge Lord of the Rings. Like when he came on, like Sam. You know, overall though, while I enjoyed those aspects of it, I do feel like there was a little bit there was some room for improvement. The choreography, at least for some of them, for some of the actors, it kind of felt like it was a couple of times where it's like you could see like the actors maybe like waiting to get punched. You know what I mean? Like, well, they might like stumble or they might kind of act like they're like discombobulated. The the acting was it was kind of like a little bit stale at times. It just I don't know. It's like some of it just wasn't really hitting for me. I didn't buy this chemistry at all. Um, yeah, I'd give it like a, a five or a
Turn. No,
ten,
okay.
man. Like it was, I was like, yeah, I really like the humor always land for me. It did at points. You know, it was just it was cool. It was like it wasn't a terrible movie by any means. Personally, I don't think you need to go to the theaters to see it. You know, if you're just kind of like chilling and you're at the house and like, you know, you can catch it on streaming, hey, do that.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, Nick is going to be again the more positive out of both of us. I did not. This movie was bad, and I really hate saying that because I really like David Leitch. I do like Ki Hu Kwan. I do like Arnold Bose. It just this movie just did not work, and you know, again, I do like kind of the David Leitch 87 North production model of like kind of like, oh, it's a retired this person, retired hitman, retired whatever, how nobody and John Wick was, oh, retired person gets back into the game, whatever. It's kind of like that model again where it's like, okay, it's a retired so and so who's back into like the world of like crime and hitman and assassins, blah 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 blah.
Yes,
It's
same story,
yeah,
like different parts, you know?
nobody. Bob Odenkirk was like a retired kind of like kind of like the cleanup man or whatever, and now he's like a suburban dad working on some kind of warehouse. And now Kiwi Kwan and Love Hurts is a realtor who gets back in crime because of his brother or whatever. It's like, okay, it's a very just different. It's the same kind of movie but different occupation, if that makes sense.
Right.
And like I said, I do like a good action movie. To the next point, the choreography and the fights in this are incredible. Like really kind of like hand to hand combat, really cool. Like kind of like cinematography, kind of how certain camera shots are kind of are set up with like kind of the movement of the fist and like that. And a lot of it cool. It a lot of gunplay, of course, too. But like how they call it gung fu in John Wick. A lot of it was hand to hand combat. A lot of it was kind of like fist, boom, kick, whatever. And I definitely appreciate that a lot. I know Ki Hui Kwan is definitely a martial artist. But man, it just fell flat, man. Like the comedy does not work. I mean, we were laughing at it because we're laughing at it, not with it.
Yeah, we were laughing ironically at a movie that was already supposed to be funny, which is crazy. Out of all the movies I've seen, I've never had that type of experience before. It's like we're kind of laughing because the joke doesn't really like that. And respect to Ariana, I loved you in Hamilton. I like her performance in this isn't really like it was just kind of like not good,
They had no
you
chemistry.
know. Yeah,
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. Actually, I actually watched it. I actually watched it at
Oh,
2.
okay, Moses, what did you think?
Moses,
I'm
go
curious
ahead.
to hear what you said because you've
It's
been
probably
kind
gonna
of
be
quiet today, Moses.
way nicer than all of you guys combined. Nah, I'm kidding. No.
Go ahead.
No, I mean, okay. I would say the one thing that this movie, two things that lacks from this movie is definitely the story and
Yes.
and of course the like the acting, you know. But the one
Yes.
they act it lacked a little bit, you know. And the one thing that was amazing about this movie was like what you said, Doug, was literally like the fight choreography. You know, 87 North, you know, the production company does a lot of fight choreography. They're based on fight choreography and everything. And so that was really good. And it kept, and I kind of like hung on when I was watching this movie because I was like, man, like I'm hanging on here and I'm hanging watching this movie because of the fight choreography is really good. You know, because it's really good. And I'm glad that, you know, the dialogue scenes weren't as like long or whatever, where it took us like 5 or even like 30 minutes to get to another action scene.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you know, I just thought overall it was fun. You know, from you guys, you know, I wasn't laughing at it. I was actually laughing with it.
You're a better audience.
At some point, some parts, I'm like, yeah, okay, that's funny. Because Marshawn Lynch, hilarious.
He was funny.
know?
Marshawn Lynch and his boy was funny too.
Oh,
the guy,
yeah.
his
was,
partner was funny too. Yeah.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. It's like those two duo cracked me up.
They were funny.
Even as the fire choreography is going, you can still hear Marshawn Lynch literally talking as he's literally fighting.
You spider monkey.
Yeah, that was funny. Because I think Doug was saying when the movie was over, like those two need to have their own like spin-off movie. I would see that.
Yeah.
It was the Clementine and Lemon from Bullet Train kind of vibe.
That's what I'm saying. I definitely felt that vibe for sure. You know, I mean, who directed it? Who directed this again?
So this is
that was the first time director.
Yeah, so this is one of David Leitch's. This is you could definitely tell this was a first time director too. And this was I had the picture of him right here somewhere. Wait, there he is. He's one of David Leitch's proteges. Like he was like a fight coordinator on John Wick, on Bullet Train, on The Fall Guy, Violent Night. So he's part of the 87 North team.
Yeah,
so
I definitely kind of felt that vibe. I was like,
this guy
did not direct this.
Jonathan,
it has to be somebody else.
Jonathan Asuebo, this guy right here.
Yeah. I mean, you know, like for a first time, you know, directing a movie and everything like that, you know, like, you know, he at least entertained me, you know, as a movie. Yeah. You know, that's the one thing that he did right was to entertain and everything. Like, I'm not gonna give this like movie like 5 stars or anything like that, but he did a good job, which is the first thing you need to do to an audience member that attends movie theaters, make sure you entertain them, especially if it's a comedy that has action in it. You know, it has action in it. So I think he did, you know, pretty well with any other themes when it comes down to any other thing when it comes down to this film, especially like story or plot or whatever. It was kind of all over the place. I would say.
It was messy. It
was
really messy. It
was kind of all over the place. I was like, what? I still enjoyed it, you know, in the moments that it did have. So
yeah, it's definitely it's a popcorn flick for sure. For me though, I just thought it was a step down in quality. Again, we've gotten The Fall Guy, we've gotten Nobody and Violent Night, and I mean,
you know, but you can't compare those films though, The Fall Guy, to a filmmaker who's brand new, like
no. So first time director, that's a good point. I see what you're saying.
Definitely.
For first time director, like it was solid. Like he did a good job for a first time director. Not even to sound like I'm like talking down. Just kind of like I'm like, hey, just the film as a whole, like
it wasn't a good script.
Yeah,
it wasn't a good script
personally.
Yeah, I mean, just I feel like just in general, you know, you shouldn't because like a director really does like hold a lot of weight when it comes down to
making. For sure.
Yeah, of course. It's a lot to handle.
You know, so not saying I'm not saying it like in a bad way. I'm just saying like, you know, you cannot compare like, you know, like a movie that somebody else made that's not him. If that makes sense.
No, I mean,
Yeah, that's, yeah.
I'm comparing it to the other 87 North production movies.
Oh, gotcha.
That's what
I
I
mean,
that's
yeah,
what I,
yeah,
that's
of
what I
course,
meant.
yeah,
That's what I meant. Of
yeah,
like, obviously, it would be fair to get Christopher
yeah.
Nolan or Spike Lee to this guy. No, of course, as first time director, I'm saying
No, no,
like,
no, no, no.
He's
well,
like, he's like,
no, no, no,
it
no,
wasn't
no.
as good as Tenet.
I'm
It
talking
wasn't
about the
hitting like
quality
that.
of the 87 North umbrella, like that, the umbrella
Yeah.
of those
The
films.
umbrella of it, yeah, of course.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Like,
I know what you meant 100%. I'm thinking about the 87 North produced movies like this. I
yeah,
was like, oh man, like this what it didn't hit me as much as Violent Night or Nobody did. And it's like, oh
yeah,
man, I had more fun watching those than I did with this one. And again, also too, I actually really appreciate what David Leitch does, as well as Chad Zaleski, who that their proteges make movies. The one that you worked on with Jimmy Fox, that was one of
so talking about
They Ship. That was
They
directed.
should, yes.
That was directed by one of Chad Zaleski's stunt people from John Wick. Or
Yeah.
again, this guy was, or I think one of the guys. I forgot what else they did too, but like it's really cool to see these guys that were kind of following Chad Zaleski and David Leitch, kind of like their protege, kind of like, hey, here you go. I think it's really cool, kind of give them their movies, whatever. I thought the script of this was kind of just messy. Like to your point, the plot was everywhere. The plot was like, oh no, I was like, wait, what now? And then it was just like, and then the weird romance between certain characters did not make sense at all. It felt very just like, wait, huh?
Yeah, I wasn't feeling the.
one thing they I feel like the reason why for doing that is that they knew that it was that this movie was coming out during Valentine's Day.
Of course, of course.
Right?
But I feel like because of that, it
it
feels a
became-
little bit like shoehorned in. Like it's a little bit contrived.
No, I mean,
Like,
of course. But one of the themes in the film is literally Valentine's. You
Oh
know,
no, for sure.
like, it's like having a Valentine or whatever the frick it is. But they just didn't pull it off as great, or as well as it intended. And I would say the one weird plot point was when I was like weirded out, not exactly weirded out, but I was confused about was when we had like, Ariana DeBose's character kind of like call people on the phone, and then they just kind of like come. Oh yeah, I'm about to
You're right. You're right. Yeah, it's kind of like,
All right, sorry.
logistics, logistics wise.
Excuse me, you guys. Excuse me. All right,
Logistics.
my apologies. But yeah, I would say there's definitely some weird plot points to this film.
Yeah.
But if you don't care about that, you just want to go in and watch some movies and enjoy and have a good time.
You
Do it.
hell yeah, by all means.
You know what it is? It was trying to be like a comedic John Wick and Nobody. Like trying to be like comedic. Trying to be like they take John Wick and take Nobody, make it more comedic, have some like love story to it. Again, I could definitely appreciate that, but it's just like it just felt like it just wasn't structured correctly. It wasn't like, oh, I felt like it was like they didn't focus enough on the comedy or the romance. Like the action was definitely there, but it was like, man, what could we? It was there was a lackluster of like the comedy and the romance. It was just like kind of shoehorned in there, as Nick said. And also there was one thing that Nick said was kind of funny. I forgot you said it was. I mean, I'm blanking now, but no, Marshawn Lynch was really funny. Again, his partner was really funny. Oh no, the ADR thing. We walked out.
Oh
and Nick was like, "There was some heavy ADR in this movie."
Yeah, it was a lot of like characters talking, but like you don't see their mouths move.
It was
like turned away, or like you them like you see the person have to talk to and like listen, and it's just kind of like. Yeah, I feel like there was like, some kind of this is with every movie where everything gets kind of like shifted around and everything, but lately it seems noticeable in movies these days, which is a bit strange to me. And like we noticed it with this one.
Yeah, this guy, the actor, especially the brother playing the actor, Daniel Wu, like my man, need to go back to acting class because he there were some things I was like, oof. Even Nino next to us was like, this is bad acting. I said, no, it's bad acting. It's definitely some bad acting in this. Where I was like, oh no. But yeah, I can't say again, if you like as someone who's a big Ke Huy Quan fan, and the A7 North team, I can't say I say this movie in theaters. I would say wait it on streaming, wait for Netflix or Peacock. I can't say go see it with the full price or see it in theaters in general. I think this probably could have been a better Netflix movie for the Valentine's Day. But yeah, I'm giving this a 3 out of 10. I said it just was not for me. And I was disappointed. I know the quality of 87 North, and to Moses' point, again, it's a first time director, but when you can tell it's a first time director like Kyle Mooney and Y2K, it's like, it's apparent. You're like, oh man, you have potential. You have potential for sure. Maybe come back in a few movies later. You probably win us over, but you can tell.
I would say even like directing like a short film, you can tell.
Yes.
Yeah, start off with that.
Yes. Yes.
Either, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
If you can compare, from like filmmakers that probably make short films in the past, or have done like a really really low budget feature film to making like a household name like studio film, it's you can definitely tell, for sure. But yeah, we'll like for me, I'll probably rate this like, like probably like a 5 out of 10. Okay. I would say.
That I second that.
With the action,
yeah.
5.5 out of 10, I would say, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it's gonna be forgotten in 2 weeks on the box office. It's gonna be it's gonna do well. It's gonna be on Peacock in like 3 weeks. It's gonna be, here you go, on VOD, unfortunately. So yeah, guys, I mean, I'm not enthusiastic about this movie, but again, all film is subjective. If you're looking forward to seeing this, we don't want to. Again, that's the beauty of movies, of course, but we were very kind of we're definitely not a huge fans of this movie, unfortunately. But hey, you know what? Ki Kwan and of course Ariana DeBose, great cast. Looking forward to seeing what they do next, but. Yeah, this one could have been better. Or as Nick said, a reaction with the rest of the critics could have been better. The three word thing could have been better. Let us know in the review. Let us know in the comment section on YouTube and our podcast, your favorite podcast platform. Are you seeing this movie? You hyped for this movie? Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you hate it? Or were kind of different about it like us as we were? Let us know in the review and comment section below. Alrighty, boys. As of course, we end the show with our one-and-ones. If you're new to the show, our one-and-ones are a one TV show and one film recommendation that we want to share with you, our lovely audience. And Moses, my friend, start with you. What are your one-and-ones of this week?
My one-and-ones of this week. That's a good question. No.
Love hurts too.
I would say I would say one of you guys go first, because I am.
All right, Nick. Floor is yours, my friend.
For me, I'm gonna, because we were talking. It was the first trailer that we mentioned. I'm gonna go with the 2005 Fantastic. That when that movie came out when we were kids,
yeah,
like I just fucking loved it. Even like in this top left corner, like that poster, bro, like
it was fire.
Oh, that's fucking dope. Because I remember I had like a comics subscription, and so there would be like ads for this one and for like the second one. Like it was like I love the because it was just a fun movie. Human Torch was really fucking cool, man, and we've seen how his career has gone on, but no, it was a really fun movie. And so like it was kind of weird because like growing up, like I'm hearing like other people's reactions and reviews for it, and they're like, it's not really that good, and like da da da. And y'all didn't like that movie? Like I love that movie. It's a fun movie. It's a fun comic book movie.
Wait, this movie talking about Fantastic Four?
Yeah, so people don't really like fucking with this.
People hate that movie. People hate that movie. People hate that movie.
That movie was dope. And what's crazy about it, because there was a third one planned. There was a third one planned and a Silver Surfer like spinoff. Dude, the third one would have had Jimon Hansu come in as Black Panther. They were going to Wakanda, bro. And I think they were gonna fight the Skrulls.
No, stop.
I'm dead ass, bro.
Unfortunately,
directed by Tim Story, which is kind of cool, like because it's like, dang, it's a black director for both of these. He directed both of them, but
wait. There was the black. It was a black director that directed the
Tim Story,
Tim Story. Tim Story directed.
Barbershop, yeah, there he is.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
Because he was huge. I mean, back then, from Barbershop to Taxi to like, again, he was like a hot director at the time. Looking
What
like a
happened to
man.
him? Did he just fall off or something?
No,
He
he's
did
still
fall. He did some movies, Think Like a Man too. Right along too.
Shaft, the Shaft, the third remake.
I still got to see that. I've
Bro, he
only
did.
seen the first Shaft with Sam Jackson, so
Hey,
I got to see that one.
Tom and Jerry. Come on, a beloved
Tom
classic.
and Jerry. I
Oh,
saw the trailer for that. I was like, they keep making these movies, and it's like,
Oh,
dang.
the black one's kind of funny actually.
I heard
I didn't
Blackening was
see it.
pretty good.
It's
Yeah,
kind
I
of,
heard Blackening was pretty solid.
it was kind of fun. There's some jokes that had me. I think I watched on the plane ride back from one of my cousin's wedding, and I was laughing. I was like, "This is pretty fun. It's pretty clever for its own good." It was kind of like the scary movie esque of the generation. It was funny.
I got to see that one, but no, yeah, Fantastic Four 2005, like, hell, like no pun intended, no pun intended, pun definitely intended. It was fantastic. I
Hold up,
loved it
hold
as a
up,
kid. I love it now. It's a fun movie.
hold up. You pulled a 2015 Fantastic Four, didn't you?
I don't. He's
Where's
like, yeah,
that?
guys, I think we're a team now, so we need a name. He's like, yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, here you go.
And again, he's like, it's fantastic. He's
That
like, guys, I got it.
This is the only screening I've been to in my life where someone threw a shoe at the screen and
Yo,
people were actively booing.
that's not fantastic.
That's not me.
I remember like I swear I remember like when that movie came was screening like in high school, and true story I remember like I was next to it was me, a friend at the time, and a friend and Joel, and someone threw a shoe, and I was like, I kind of ducked, and he just
Dude.
went through it, bro. And people were actively booing, even walking out of the theater. They were like, "Boo! Fuck this movie! Boo!" And I said, "I've never experienced this before."
No,
And
that's
people were just
wild.
angry. It was an angry mob.
They're not wrong, but it is surprising to hear them say that. Like, dude, that fucking Homelander meme where like he's in the theater, like looking up and like
Yeah,
you
though.
hear that like that white noise. That's how I felt watching the 15 one because I was the
Oh,
only one in my whole entire fucking high school, bro,
you and I both.
hyping that movie up. I was like, it's Josh Trank, man. He did Chronicle, man. This movie's about to be fucking fire, man. They got an all-star cast, man. Fucking Michael B. Jordan, Miles Teller. It's gonna be dope. And that movie was straight garbage, bro.
Straight doo doo.
Straight doo doo.
You mean this
It was
meme? That one?
Yeah, literally. I was like, bro, I can't fucking believe this. When the credits rolled, I was like, holy shit.
Oh my god. You and I
But
both, man.
no, that shit was insane. Since we're for Fantastic Four 2005 for my show, just since we're going to be in the theme of Fox superhero property with a Disney for my show, I'm nominated X-Men 7 uh Disney Plus. That show because yeah, I've only seen a few episodes from the original series. Excited to watch like have like X-Men anime like continuation. And this show was really fucking fantastic. Like it showcases all of the characters. It as much as I love Hugh Jackman and I love the Wolverine character, Wolverine was not like he was a central character because he's part of the main group, the main cast, but he was never like the main. They hardly, he wasn't the center of it. And it was really fun. And like I remember, I think it was the season finale where it was like night. Well, I'm not gonna spoil it, but it was Collar and Wolverine. They were like fighting a bunch of enemies. Basically, the choreography, the anime for that was fucking. It was dope. Like the character Gambit right here, right next to Wolverine and Rogue. Like he had an amazing scene at one point, and like his scene in that. Oh, I just loved it. And they teased season two. I'm super excited for season two. X-Men 97 was a banger. Fantastic Four 2005 was a banger. But that's all I got. That's all I'm giving y'all tonight.
All right.
All right. I think he's
Good stuff, man. Good
all
stuff.
right. The wait is finally over, guys. The moment you've been waiting for. What you got, Moses?
Don't disappoint, Moses.
Yeah.
I'm teasing. I'm teasing, bro.
Man, no, this is not. So this film is not a Marvel property, but the show that I'm gonna, recommend is, I will recommend, the, uh, the 2019 movie, Little Woman, with Greta Gerwig.
Great
Film.
movie.
I think that was a
Yeah.
really. I recently went back to watch it and everything like that, and I was like, this is a really, really beautiful film overall. It's Sean film too as well, and
Oh wow. Okay.
and it's about this like four group of like sisters and everything like that. That you kind of like follow their journey as they grow up. Timothy Chalamet is also in it too as
Ugh.
well.
Hell
It's,
yeah.
it's set like in I don't know like I think it's the 18 like 70s or 1860, right after the Civil War
Yep.
or during the Civil War. Um,
Ex
but
1800s.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's overall it's a really beautiful film that I would recommend watching. Saoirse Ronan, the lead character of the film, she does an amazing job. I think she got snubbed, like for her role for this film, because she was like really really fantastic in it. And you got I'm forgetting her name. You got Emma. You got
Emma
Emma Watson.
Watson.
You got Emma Watson, and you got Florence Pugh, and I'm forgetting the other character's name, but she was also really really great too as well in it. And It's a very heartwarming film. If you got a lady if you got a male friend or whatever it is, if you're watching the show and you want something to watch on Valentine's Day, I would say go watch Little Women. It's a good little film to watch. You
Man,
know.
a woman of Captain America.
Me too. I'm gonna watch Captain America. But yeah, that's my movie, and I would say I'm gonna go back to the superhero genre and suggest the one of the best like animated shows when I don't know back in 2012 or whatever it is Avengers Assemble. I don't know if you guys know about that show, Avengers Assemble,
I do
but
know about that show. I've seen it. I think
come
up until like
on,
season like 3 or
come
4.
on. Avengers, it's like Earth Mightiest Heroes. Wait, what the hell? It's not. It's
Yeah.
not. No.
Oh, I think my Earth's Mightiest Heroes
Yeah, yeah,
doing
Earth Mightiest
Avengers,
Heroes. Yeah,
Earth's
yeah,
Mighty,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
once
Earth Mightiest Heroes.
so did the Avengers movie. Then
Yes.
that's when that book
Yeah,
came out.
yeah. This
So
right.
I'm season 1 of this show, but it's a banger. Apparently they had planned for like I think like 3 or 5 seasons overall. Because I saw
Dang.
like a little video essay about it. I'm like, I gotta check that out. But no, but not
No, this show, man, this show is great. The way they introduce like every single character in every single episode, and how they all just kind of like come together. The way they introduce Black Panther, man, it's great
yeah, no,
because
that
he
episode
whoops
was dope.
everybody's ass when he gets introduced. He whoops every Avengers ass and everything like
Yeah.
that. And then he's like, "All right, I see how you guys are. I want to join our team."
Y'all ain't bad. Y'all ain't bad.
Yeah, bet I'll join our team now. You know what I mean? And the way that they introduce like the Hulk and everybody, you know what I mean? And how Iron Man, like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, he's kind of like OP in the show. He's like because the way he uses his like like little like omni like beam, I think that's what it's called, right? Or something like that. Is it called like the thing in his chest? What is it called?
And
Like,
I think the Omni or like I know it's called in the movies.
I forget what it's called,
Yeah.
but the way he uses that, it's like I don't know, it's like Doomsday like firing out like his like freaking laser beams and everything. It's like very very fucking like crazy and very very powerful, you know. But overall, it's a good animated show, man. If you want to check it out, if you have Disney Plus and you want to watch, and you've been wanting to watch like an animated series, especially a Marvel series and everything, that since if you have already seen, the X-Men series and X-Men '97 series, go check this one out. It's a really really good show.
I got to finish this show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my one-on-one. Did I disappoint y'all? No, kidding.
Not no.
Have you guys watched? I haven't watched it yet. Have you guys watched the Spider-Man one yet?
No, I haven't. I'm waiting
Heard's
for
really good.
Oh shit! I haven't seen it yet.
Heard's really good. I haven't watched it either. Heard's really good.
I'm waiting for like all the episodes to come out.
I don't blame you. Smart man.
Is it? It's not canon to the MCU,
No.
is it, or is it like its own thing? Because when I was the trailers for not bringing back like Charlie Cox, I saw in the trailer was playing like Daredevil, so I was like, is it canon? Like I feel like maybe like when they reboot everything, it would be like at least like an easy idea to just like make that that animated show canon to like his new rebooted origin?
They definitely could. I just don't think because they haven't really brought I mean they brought in Osborn, but it wasn't his Osborn. It was Osborn from the Raimi universe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But there was parallels like how if you I saw a thing on TikTok. It was like the scene where he meets where Peter meets Tony for the first time in Civil War. The same way it's
Yeah.
shot in the show in the show, but now it's Norman Osborn instead.
I I feel like it's kind of weird to just not like not be like canon. You know, I don't know. Like it's
I
just a little
agree.
nitpicking. I haven't seen the show yet, but I because I do get around to watching. I'm sure a lot, but
I agree.
I'm just kind of it's just I don't know.
I agree. Alrighty, my turn now. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna go for my movie of the week. I'm gonna do a classic from our childhood, which is 8 Mile, which I haven't seen. I haven't seen in years. I went on 4K. I put on the 4K disc the other day. Man, this is a fucking great movie. This is so good. I know it's not a biopic, but like it kind of is a biopic about Eminem's life growing up in Detroit before he blew up. It's just a very well made music biopic. I feel like this. I feel like I think of like Straight Outta Compton, even like Rocket Man. Like we get like one good like music quote unquote drama like once in a while, or Star is Born with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. But man, this is a great movie. I mean, for a non-actor, Eminem can act, which is kind of like
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
can act a lot. I mean, everyone from Omar. From our boy from Ballers to Mekhi Phifer, like everyone in this movie, Brittany Murphy, Anthony Mackie taking the L as Papa Doc, even Exhibit in this, like it's just like the vibe of the movie is very like 90s and like early 2000s. And again, it was I feel like back then it was like music's still pretty big. I mean, hip hop is still very big nowadays, but like back then when you had like Snoop, Dre, Eminem, like 50 Cent, like young 50 Cent, like just like that era of us growing up to like 90s music, De La Soul and Mobb Deep. It was like it was a very like just love letter to like 90s and early 2000s hip hop. It's a really good, well made movie. It's Curtis Hanson who did LA Confidential. Again, it feels it's a very the brotherhood between the guys is very authentic. It's very funny at times. It's real at times. It doesn't hold any punches. Also, it's kind of also too, even though Detroit is not the best place in the world, it's a nice love letter to Detroit as well, from like music to like the automotive industry, the working class and the lower class in Detroit. It's a great soundtrack, of course, from Eminem to D12 to you name it. But again, it's very, I think it's one kind of those like early 2000s that were just like again a huge it gave us Lose Yourself, one of the most iconic rap songs of all time, won an Oscar too, and kind of was kind of like on the rise of Eminem's like kind of like his height of his career as he was rising. And again, it's just a great pace, 2 hours. It just goes by fast. It's funny. It's brotherhood. Again, I love seeing it's really funny seeing it's always fun seeing Anthony Mackie lose. The face of defeat as Papa Doc. But man, Kim Basinger, kind of before he blew up, Michael Shannon is in it. There he is, right there. There he is. He was a total dick in this movie. But again, a very real movie that again very authentic to like hip hop and to Detroit in that era. But man, it's great movie. Again, I love the camaraderie between the guys, of course. And yeah, it's a very, 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 very good movie. It holds up. It came out almost 23 years later, and it still holds up very, very well. Probably one of the better quote unquote biopics or music dramas we've gotten in history. So watch 8 Mile. It's a great movie, great soundtrack. Definitely worth the revisit years later.
His real name is Clarence. No.
His real name is Clarence. Yeah, his real name is Clarence. And it's funny being the only like white boy in my friend group growing up in Chicago or in my school. It was like I was called 8 Mile or B Rabbit. Of course, I think it's like my friends and I. We love that movie. We had the soundtrack on CD. We had it on like on our iPods or whatever. We just love that movie so much. So like we knew all like we all know the rap battles between the Free World and 313 and Eminem. So yeah, I love that movie. That's my on my want list for vinyls to get on soundtracks. I love that soundtrack a lot. So that my movie is 8 Mile, and for my show, I might have done this as my one-on-ones like years ago. So forgive me if I have. I'm rewatching one of my favorite shows on HBO, which is Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley is just one of the funniest shows like about like tech and about kind of like the Silicon, again, like kind of the app and kind of the internet, the kind of just like that world of just internet and startups and tech, whatever. It's a very, very funny show. I would say the first 4 seasons are the best because all the cast is still there. TJ Miller leaves, I think, at the end of season 4. But man, it is so funny. It kind of like kickstarted Kumail Nanjiani's career. It's from Mike Judge, who gave us Office Space, Beavis and Butthead, Idiocracy. A lot of great content, like those shows and films. But man, this show is so funny because to me, I grew up watching Big Bang Theory. Again, as a kid I liked it a lot, but as an adult, it's okay, whatever. This is kind of like a more mature and more funnier funnier Big Bang Theory. Because very similar to the camaraderie of the guys, or whatever. It's very clever. 25-minute episodes, really super short. But it's Mike Judge. If you like Office Space, you like Idiocracy, you like Beavis and Butthead. It's a very smart comedy. It's very, very smart. It's very cleverly written. And the chemistry between everyone on the show is hilarious. It's super funny. And again, it's someone that, again, we all have iPhones. We all use Google. We all use, all these kind of these different, these apps and internet, whatever, all these kind of startups, whatever. It's kind of funny seeing kind of like the quote unquote like behind the scenes of this like kind of like startup with kind of this algorithm compression company, software companies. But again, it also kind of shows like how real it is in Silicon Valley, which is one of the most expensive places to live in the world because of how like all the wealth and all these different startups and these software, Facebook, everything, Uber, Napster, MySpace, you name it, it's all there. It's really funny, and they poke a lot of fun of kind of like real world stuff of like Facebook and HP and Yahoo and Google and Twitter, whatever. And it's a very, very funny commentary on kind of like the tech world and the software world too. So it's I think the 10th anniversary is this year. It's a super funny show. Yeah, super quick episodes, and man, it is so funny and it's so clear. And Mike Judge is a genius when it comes to real kind of workplace comedies like this. So definitely check out Silicon Valley on HBO.
Silicon Valley.
It's funny show. Yeah, again, I think it's 6 seasons. The first 4 are like great. 5 and 6 are fine. Like, it's okay, but you can tell the kind of show's kind of like reaching its kind of like the end point of the show. But the first 4 seasons are just hysterical, and it's so funny. So yeah, definitely check out our 1-and-1s of the week. All right, guys. Moses, where can our lovely audience find you at home on the socials?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at MosesLawi_. I am still working on my website and everything like that, so it's not up yet. And you can find me here at your Genre of Your Life podcast.
All right, Nick, where can our lovely audience find you at home on the socials?
On the social at Ahmad Johnson 98, and of course here on Midway Avenue Productions at the Genre of Your Life podcast.
And of course, you can find me on Instagram at The Young Jones. You can find me on Twitter or X at Capri Son, Capri_SON. And of course, like these lovely, handsome gentlemen, you can find me here, of course, on the Genre of Your Life podcast every week. I should be putting out a newsletter for our audience, hopefully by Sunday, if not Monday. I'm working on kind of newsletter for you all. Look out for that. Kind of like what's in store for us the next few months, the next few weeks. So look out for that. Hopefully have that done for you guys. Ideally by Sunday, if not Monday, but my apology for getting that to you guys so late. I'm trying to be better with my newsletters for our lovely audience, so look out for that. But of course, my friends, thank you so much for tuning in this week on our rambles about all things movies, TV, and there's Blue, all things movies, TV, entertainment. We appreciate you all so much. Go see the movie this weekend. There's a lot of great movies out this weekend, guys. Please support your local cinema, local theater. Watch something good, enjoy this second weekend of February. But of course, we will see you all next week. And of course, we will see you guys, as always, at the movies.